it a good time to buy a home or sell a home in Austin, Texas? Are prices going up? Are they going down? Is the market going to crash? I'm going to answer all of these questions and show you what's actually happening based on the sales data that we're seeing right now. So make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay in tune with all of the Austin area real estate stats that you need to know. I'm Shannon Manjan. I run a small team with my husband Tyler, and I have sold over 250 homes in the last few years. And so I know what's happening in the Austin market because we work in it on a day-to-day basis. I've got the latest stats from the Austin Board of Realtors, and for the month of March in Travis County, which includes all of the city of Austin plus some of the surrounding smaller towns, the median sales price was $529,950. Now, if you look at this month over month, there's definitely an increase from January to March. Now, this is typically what we see every single year, and I've tracked this data over the last so many years, and we always see prices rise from January through about June, maybe July-ish, and then prices start to come down in the fall months. To show you this on a graph, here's the stats from 2024, Travis County sold prices every single month. So we can see the blue lines are 2025 and it's falling right in suit with last year. So if you're selling your home, I always tell homeowners that your best chance of getting the most money from your home is going to be in the spring months, especially from March through about May or so. That's when the market is the hottest. Most families with children are moving at the end of the school year. They want their kids settled by the summer. And so if you wait too long to list your house after the 4th of July, for sure, you missed that boat of all the busy season and things start slowing down, especially once school starts and you hit the holiday months in the winter. And this happens every single year. If you're buying on the flip side, you usually get the best bargains towards the end of the year, especially with new construction, because that's when builders want to unload a lot of their end of year inventory. So the holiday months are usually your best time to buy. Now, of course, it's hard to do both because usually you have to sell and buy at the same time. So if that's your case, like so many of our clients, I always just say you have to work with the market that you're in. If you're selling your home in the spring, you're going to get more money. You're also probably going to pay a little bit more money on the home that you're purchasing. So it's kind of an even trade. Whereas if you sell in the winter and buy in the winter, it's going to be a little bit lower price, but it's an even trade as long as you're moving within the same market. Now, some other things to know about the market right now is how much negotiating power there still is. So even though I feel like our market this year is busier than last year, I'm seeing more pending sales, more listings going under contract this year for sure than we did in 2024. There's still a ton of inventory and houses out there. So right now there's about 5 months of inventory, which just means that buyers have a ton of selection. So if a home gets multiple offers, I just had this example recently. I had a beautiful home, we listed it, 10 days, had multiple offers. Buyers will back out if they feel pressure that they have to pay over asking. This home in particular sold for full price and the owner was very happy with that. But if we had tried to push it and say, okay, let's see if we can get people to bid over, I can guarantee you a few of those buyers would have walked away. We might have ended up losing that top offer. People are not willing to go back to the craziness of 2021 or 2022. My buyers also have the attitude that, well, if that one didn't work out, I'll get another one. And they can because there's so much opportunity, tons of new construction, tons of lots to build on. So they know they're gonna get a house just as nice as that other one. So keep that in mind also as a homeowner. It's not a time to really push your price and be aggressive on the high side. Buyers have a lot of opportunity and no one is willing to repeat the craziness of 2021 with crazy bidding wars. If you're going to sell a home right now, you also need some patience because the average days on market is 71 days. So think of it as about 2.5 months is just the average. Now, some homes can take a lot longer, some might sell more quickly. If you are buying a home, just keep in mind that you do have a little bit of breathing room. Some homes, if they've been sitting for a while, that means you might have more negotiating power. you can actually go back and look at the house another time before having to make a rushed quick decision. But as I mentioned, some homes, if they're beautiful and they are unique and well priced, they will sell quickly. So if you do see a home that you love and this is your absolute dream home that checks all your boxes, don't delay and think, I'm gonna watch it for a month or so and see if they do a price cut. If it's priced well, it will sell. But it's the ones that are priced too high that are really sitting a bit too long. Now, as far as the final big question I get, is the Austin market going to crash? Here's my take on it. I can't predict anything, but this is just what I'm seeing based on trends. In 2020 to 2022, our market was on fire. We were actually voted hottest city in America. Then tables turned when the Fed raised their rates. And so you see the prices dropped drastically in 2022. We had a massive price correction. So when people say, is the market gonna crash? I'm like, it kind of already did about 2.5 years ago. And since then, you can see 2023, 2024, now we're into 2025. Prices are pretty much staying stable, but we do see those seasonal trends, the peaks and the valleys there because of the spring and the fall season. So interest rates are really what caused the prices to rise and then to fall so quickly. So as long as the interest rates hold steady around upper 6s, 7s, we can see this predictable, stable pattern on our prices. There is nothing right now that would make me think that the prices are going to come down another 20% or anything to make me think that our prices are going to shoot back up another 20%. We have a pretty healthy, balanced, stable market right now. I'm actually enjoying selling right now because it feels a little more balanced. There's not that pressure of, sell, move real fast because there's only 3 houses and you're bidding against people. It's been a lot calmer, but it is definitely busier than it was last year. So I'm excited about 2025. I feel like there's a lot of great opportunities out there. As always, every person's situation is unique. Every neighborhood in Austin is unique. So if you want to discuss your goals and your situation, click the link in my caption. You can book an appointment on my calendar and just set up a time for a quick consultation call. Also, subscribe to this channel because I will keep you up to date on all the trends and everything you need to know about moving into the Austin area.